Hey guys, it's me, Ria, just hopping on to deliver a message. Just got a little, got a tiny little chip. Palo Santo here is still burning. But nothing like getting it down to the very last drop. All right, just give it a sec. See if anyone wants to hop on. Coming on a teeny bit later than normal. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's a lucky day. It's my son's birthday. He's 15 today. He's my real life leprechaun, my real life lucky charm. Very blessed. All right. I don't know why I'm feeling the need to burn Palo Santo. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But anyways, it's just the intent, purifying, bringing forth messages, clearing out any denser energies to allow insight gained from those dense energy experiences. Spirit is saying. All right. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Rainbow. Hey, Rainbow. Thank you for joining. St. Patrick's. Yeah. So as I said, happy St. Patrick's Day. I was thinking of you before I saw your name, thinking, oh, Kimmy comes to mind because you're a rainbow, and then you got that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And I didn't have any green to wear. And my son is born today, and I have no green. So I'm like, I'm going to put a gold shirt on representing a pot of gold. So that's what I did. So I'm going to be just doing some readings. Thank you. Hey, Donnie Dino. Welcome. Good to see you. Heavy raining. Kimmy, you probably know this. Today is a new moon, correct? That works. Pot of gold. The gold representing opening up the treasure chest and releasing that gold within. So yeah, it makes sense. Donnie Dino. So your soul's having obviously an experience it chose to have. And Spirit is just saying, how can you see this situation before you as an extension of your energy, as an expression of something that you are transmuting or learning or gaining from? And when we fight or resist something, it can cause it to be more dense and keep repeating itself. So Spirit is saying, what can you extract? What beauty, what light can you extract from that situation that you're going? And if you feel there's a lack of resources, that's from the obvious, from what you see before you. It's an opportunity to unleash your creative powers, to unleash ways that you can fix, quote unquote, your situation or to bring new energy. So for you, Donnie, I'm feeling that you're being called to actually use your creative abilities and creative resources within you to connect to that creativity within you to bring some clarity, how to make the most of your money, the most of your situation, to generate more money. So I feel it's a call, actually, Donnie, for you to go within and connect. There's a creative source ready to express itself within you. So not focusing so much on the lack of your situation, but allowing that lack to be your friend, to catalyze and to generate some creative energy flow within, even just through your imagination and getting ideas and then taking action. Yes. Oh, the 21st. Okay. I thought it was the 17th. Something did not feel right about that intuitively. Okay. Thanks. New moon. Isn't that also okay? I guess that's part of the equinox too, as well. All right. All right, guys. I just see a couple of you there. I'll just get started. So thank you for joining. Welcome this moment of now, this moment of you, every moment of now is an opportunity to allow more of your innate nature, to align, to allow, to receive, to open up to more and more energy that you are embodying in the moment. And the energy and the reality that you are living in this moment is a gift for you to extract, to go within, to have that outside affirmation, to have that self-realization of a deeper part of you, to learn something new, to gain a gift, to release a talent, to expose your light is what Spirit is saying. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Every moment is an opportunity for you to expose your light. That is so beautiful. And as I was saying that, it was so awesome because it literally felt like this light activating within me, and all of a sudden, like I could feel like a stream open up within me as I received that. That was so beautiful. All right, guys. So I am going to bring forth a message. I just got done my run and went to the gym, and on my run, my hair is so funky today. It was about relationships, and not just romantic relationships, but all relationships that are in our awareness, whether it be parents, friends, loved ones, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, romantic, platonic, what have you. And what has been really, really called into my attention, not just lately, but last years of my life, is, and we all know this, it's a back to basic message, but it's a message about our humanness and how relationships expose our humanness. And as a human, we have our own soul's journey, we have our own trajectory, we have our own growth curve, our own paths we take. And sometimes when we are not fully acclimated or aligned to our divine frequency, our energy, we try to fill in the gaps. We try to replace those places where we feel we lack from expressions on the outside of us through a relationship, particularly love relationships, but even expectations of other family dynamics, friendships, bosses. We will look to get that support or help outside of us. But the thing is those places where we hold those attachments to support us or to reflect energies that we're still cultivating within ourselves, well, those people are still on their journey, and that is their journey to have. And everyone has their own experiences, and when they don't line up to what we expect of them to fill in our gap, then we might feel disappointed, or we might judge them, or we might criticize them. But the funny thing is, Spirit says, is those placeholders in relationships where they are holding a strength, a space where we may be trying to get that part of us filled. Well, they are expressing it on the outside for us, but it's more as a trigger or a space or an energy for us to reflect and see in order to cultivate within ourselves. And that is displayed in many different ways. Could be through positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement. A lot of times we can be drawn to relationships, situations even, and all types of relationships. And we're drawn and magnetized to them because they hold an energy and a space for us to grow and to activate energies within ourselves. The positive, they're displaying energies that we're cultivating. Sometimes in the negative, the things we're bugged about, they're displaying energies that are begging for a reconciliation within ourselves. So when we feel we are in discord, Spirit is saying, with relationships outside of us, it is an opportunity really to bring a reconciliation of energy within oneself. We will never ever find that consistent happiness based on an attachment outside of us. Everybody is human. Everybody is going through their own experience of growth and expansion. People will always, quote unquote, disappoint us when we are looking at them to fulfill something within us that we have come to fulfill within ourselves. And that is a beautiful gift. When people disappoint you on the outside, it is an opportunity and a gift to go within and find that connection, to find that fulfillment, to find that forgiveness of self within. So when we have outside unforgiveness or discord or irritant, it is really just reflecting an energy of a discord within oneself, Spirit is saying. So when we can realize and allow the journey of ourself as well as for others, it works in symbiosis. It's simultaneous. If you're having that forgiveness and allowing and knowing you're human, and there's no judgment or justification for any experience that you have had or are having, because it is just part of being human, then we can release that expectation of others to fulfill something that we're still holding on to, something we might think we're missing, something we might think we lack. It is a beautiful orchestration relationship. Spirit is saying it's a beautiful orchestration of energetic exchanges that give us all the opportunity to reconcile those energies and to love and forgive thyself. And then we love we find that love and forgiveness on that outside. And Spirit is saying that is not always an easy task, but you did not come for easy. You came as masters, masters of light, masters of love. The earthly experience, particularly pertaining to relationships, is one of mastery. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, I'm going to be a master of all masters if that's the case. Holy crap. All right. Well, that was very, thank you, Spirit. That was very enlightening. Okay. Oh my God, that's so funny. Being naughty at work, but isn't it Friday? Or is today Thursday? I thought you had Fridays off, Gina. Oh my God. So yeah, that's really beautiful. And also at the end, Spirit is saying, see, she's just demonstrating how you have to make light of the whole situation. Because if you take relationships seriously, holy shit, it's going to create more density and more containment and true love. Oh my God. So that brings a point up of in one of my Mother Earth heart cards. There's a card that literally says true love is free love. True love is free. And that means giving yourself, hence those in your world, the opportunity, the freedom to live out their love in motion. You are pure love, light, God source energy. Spirit is saying in the physical, you have come to align to that love, to come to the self-realization of that love through your experience, through your trials, and through your errors. So when we can find that for ourselves and allow ourselves to be in that state of being, then our relationships truly, truly represent that freedom to be, to make quote unquote mistakes, to change your mind, to flip, to flop. All of it is valid. All of it was meant to be as a human. So many times we like to pigeonhole ourselves, our actions, our expectations, our own energy onto those counterparts, loved ones in nature, whether it be romantic, and also trying to have the fulfillment of old molds of what relationships should look like, whether it be parents, siblings, friendships and all of that, thinking, well, if you were my real friend, if you were a true friend, you would understand. Those kind of interactions are actually to bring a greater understanding to self. And that's being very, very tunneled vision and not demonstrating truly free love, because everybody is operating at their best capacity, but they're also operating in cooperation with their soul's journey. And in that, they're not going to understand your journey like you do. They can only understand as much as their human experience allows. And so often we place these expectations and ideals on each other, when in actuality, there are no ideals. The only ideal is to live freely, without exception, as you enter this self exploration through your physicality of love, of your God source energy, of what love is to you, what it means to you, and how you engage in it, illuminate it, express it. And in that, because all is created in love, then all is a valid experience in the expansion and experience of love. Holy cow. All right. Awesome. All right. That's very beautiful. Yeah, man, oh man. I have to, wow, that's good. All right, let's just pull. Speaking of love, I'm going to pull it's just sitting on my butt here now. Let me lower this. A Mother Earth heart card. That's appropriate. I feel like for some reason today is like Valentine's Day or something. The messages that are coming through, I'm like, what's this got to do with luck? But I guess luck and love are finally intertwined. Spirit is saying, and luck and love are one and the same, because to love is to be lucky, and to be lucky is to love. Well, thank you for that. That's so cool. All right, got two different ones that popped out. All right, so I'm going to do a collective message, guys, and if anyone wants a personal, I did stick up my PayPal. So that's what I'm going to start doing as on my regulars as well. I know I said that I was going to create a group, which I'm going to, more a long-term group, but a lot usually comes through in my collective. It's more of like a little teaching, channeling, and then some affirmation with cards. So I'm going to do that from now on as a collective. And then if anybody wants any individuals, I'll do that on a donation basis. So that's going to be my new kind of, I never pigeonholed anything or put anything in a box, but that's my new kind of thing. If you want a personal donation, and let me know. Otherwise, I do a collective. And then I'll be working on that other kind of group, long-term kind of thing. All right. Let me just see the messages real quick before I relay that. But that was really beautiful, Spirit. And thank you. That was like so amazing. I couldn't help to burst out laughing, because it's like, yeah. You want to really know about yourself? Enter a relationship, okay? It'll bring out the best in those parts that need reconciliation. It'll help to expand the quote unquote beauty. It's all beautiful, but it'll really make you confront. And when you allow and open up to all of the discord and the things that irritate you the most in others, are actually exposing judgments against self that really are being called to be loved, to be allowed, to be accepted, to be reconciled, to gain a greater understanding and insight, so that you can accept all parts of yourself. It is like relationship, Spirit is saying, are fractals, mirrored fractals of ourself that need integration within our own being. So maybe none of you guys have that issue, but I sure as hell know I do. I sure as hell know I know. I've had a lot of fractals of myself that really needed integrating, and relationships will always be the quickest route to get there, because you're engaging, you're in a relationship in whatever way, shape, or form it is. Children are another biggie. Obviously, love relationships are a huge one. And I think sometimes the more intimate a relationship you have with someone, it brings you or allows a greater intimacy with your self connection, love, and flow, if you allow it and don't resist it and think that discord is something outside of you that another person is holding. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is another biggie about people don't change. They don't change. They become better versions of themselves, but people don't change. Our experience, our soul journey here, who you are and what you came to be and experience don't necessarily change, but within that experience, you become the best version of yourself. So if you're looking for that change outside, or you're holding somebody else responsible for how you feel, um, you're not going to gain that gift. You're not going to open up that treasure. You're not going to get the gold. Oh my gosh. So this is how they're relating it to St. Patrick's Day. You're not going to get the gold at the end of the rainbow if you're not really willing to open up inside. You're not going to get to the gold unless you know and come to the realization there's no separation from the energy you're engaged in outside of you that is separate from outside inside of you. That is a way that you chose as a human to address and have the experiences of of a greater self-love, an expansion of love, of transmuting energies and calling back those pieces that you've separated or tucked away or hid or denied within yourself, is what Spirit's saying. Very awesome. So I guess this love relationship message is really paralleling or aligning or merging with the whole St. Patty's Day. And then kind of the bringing up that saying, oh, I'm never lucky in love. You know how some people say, oh, I'm not lucky in love. And you can only not be lucky in love if you do not allow the love, because you are made of love. You can only not be lucky in love if you're denying yourself and you're not accepting the love that you are. You're always lucky because you're always love. You always have love available. You just need to open up. It's always there. It's always even enveloping you, basking, burning within you. It's all available within your heart space, that treasure chest within. You just need to open it up. If you keep it closed, you're not going to have the experience of it. You're still it, but you're not going to have the experience of it. And it's just like, say you're freezing cold and there's a blanket all folded up right next to you on the couch. You can sit there freezing cold, but that blanket is available. You just need to open it up and cover up. That treasure chest is always there. You just need to open it up. It is not, the treasure chest is nothing outside of you. It's within you, and you hold the key. You hold the key. It is through your allowance, through you opening up, softening up, going within, believing in that love. And even if you don't believe your love, well, you better you better ask, believe that the outside world is always going to be keep on pointing you in there. It's going to keep trying to get you to open your treasure. It's going to keep trying to get you to go within. Sometimes it takes so much concentration of density, energy, limitations, brick walls for someone to finally surrender and then say, hey, and then call out to their God or light within. All right. Okay. So the two today, Mother Earth heart cards, it's to do with relationships. So actually, this is interesting because they gave me two. So even if you guys let this reconcile, let this resonate in the way that it should, there's two heart cards, and something in me is saying that for someone out there, one heart is going to represent you and the other heart is going to represent somebody else. So only you will know and only you can match that. But Spirit is saying each one of these might represent, one is you, I don't know which one, and it might not be for all of you, but if it resonates, yes. And then the other one is representing somebody else's perception. So it is our perceptions that create the experience, and we can shift relationships and even those that don't seem compatible through our perceptions, because we have the power to, as we shift our perception creates a portal, which creates a different vibe, a different frequency. And that portal, the frequency, actually will take us to the timeline where those energies are reconciled. So if you don't feel, if you feel at odds, if you take a different perception, they're saying the perception is the portal to the reconciliation. Oh my God, Spirit's so wise. It's such a little just word rhymer smither. Okay, so here's the first one. This is a heart, obviously, and it's kind of in the grassy area. It's embedded. Holy crap, I'm already seeing faces pop out. All right, I'm going to show the face. Oh my gosh, my collectives in themselves for so long because I keep seeing so much. All right, I see it really, really strongly, but I see a little profile picture. See it pointing that way? A little eye, a little nose, a little mouth. It's kind of smiling. So I see like right here, this part, there's a little head here. But then I go down, I see a woman. Then I go down further. Holy shit, this is beautiful. This woman's more delicate. There's a tiny little nose and eye. This even looks like a, holy crap. Now it's morphing into a veil. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm going to take it slow. Here is an eye. Here is a nose. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street teaching preschoolers, pointing out the body parts. Oh my God. So here's a little nose, and then here's a little mouth and a delicate little chin. And then right here looks like a veil, looks like a covering, a scarf. So I'm sure you guys can see that. But within this, you might see something else, because I see many other things morphing. I see also somebody else here looking up at the top of the head. There's an eye, a nose, a mouth. And then I see like a cat right here, an image of a cat. So anyways, but what the image that's standing out really strong for me is the divine feminine, and the cloak over the head representing, what is that called? Not submissive, humble, not conservative, but probably the reason others like the Indian women wear stuff, modest maybe, modest might be the word. So I'm feeling a divine feminine, kind of modest, kind of covering, not totally like just being all out there, kind of going within, having that softer, subtle, I don't know, I think submission is a strong word, but pulled back a little bit, internally reflecting, not being all, definitely not ego based. Let me just say that. So I just see that. So also could represent to me also Mother Mary energy as well. But there's also a cat right here. It's a cat right there behind her back. All right. White represents divinity. The grass here represents, and all the pieces over it might represent areas that have been challenges that have been overcome. They've allowed one, you, me, whatever, to go within and connect to that divinity within us. So to me, it's about, okay, so this is making sense. So see how it's kind of covered a little bit, and then the woman, she's covered a little bit. So to me, it might be, we've been not shrouded, covering a little bit that divinity, that expression of that divine feminine is a little inhibited, a little covered, a little shy, a little modest, a little, not, I don't think repressed is the word, but just covered, not expressing that full divine feminine. So what it says is, when you commit to following your passions in life. Okay, so immediately, if you're kind of covered, you're not totally committed. If you're hiding yourself a little bit, you're not totally committed to shining in that light that you are. It's almost like, oh, it's almost like, I don't want to show my entire face. I'll show part of it. I'll give a little bit, but I don't want to give it all. So there could be something here regarding relationships of someone or you not being just a little shy or hidden, not confident. That's the word. Needing to take off that veil, or push away whatever is preventing the expression of your full divinity, your full God self. Because it says when you commit to following your passions in life, no matter what, no matter the little mishaps, the trip ups, the arguments, whatever you got going, you can expect abundance to flow through many different paths. Your needs will be met in the most miraculous way. So to me, this general card, whether it's just a general message or whether it applies to two people, someone needs to just be a little confident and be committed. So committing, committed, committing, stepping in, all in or all out, that kind of thing. Stepping in, all in, not just tippy toeing, not covering the face a little bit. Maybe somebody out there needs to proclaim some love to someone and they kind of go in and out, or shy a little bit. So this is to me a message for somebody out there to be fully committed and to be all in. And that's how we live our life. Be all in. When you're connected to your light and your love and your passion, your gifts and your talents, even if it's not relationships, you got to be committed to yourself and be all in. Being vulnerable, taking the chance and stepping out. And we do have a big new beginning cycle, a new birth of ourselves coming forward. The other one is this. This is broken up pavement in the perfect shape of a heart. And there's always stuff that I can see in this too. But to me, we got a little nose here. We got an eye and a little mouth here. Maybe someone taking things a little too serious, focusing on negativity. Maybe focusing a little bit on the darker negative, and they need to lighten up a little bit. Focus on the positive in the situation, represented by the lighter spot. Be strong. This looks like actually this side here, also a little elephant. See the trunk right there? The trunk. The mouth is open, a little head. So being strong, having some stamina, having some perseverance in finding the positive in everything, not throwing in the towel and giving into negativity so quickly as I'm feeling for the other person. If this is a personal relationship, I'm not sure. But what it says is be happy. There we go. Because this guy right here, you can see one eye, an eye, but this, what stands out is this little mouth right here, this little slit. He's not looking extremely happy. He looks like he might be focusing on the darkness. So the little elephant's just calling for him to lighten up, focus on brighter feeling emotions, that little speck. Even if you're overwhelmed by a darker, denser situation in life, focus on that positivity, take on that different perception. And that's exactly what Spirit was saying earlier in that channeling about how we change and shift relationships by shifting our perception. Our perception creates a higher frequency. The frequency is our portal to different timelines that give us different experiences based on our frequency. So it says, be happy. It's not so much what you do as how you feel when you're doing it. It's not even the people you're engaged with. Everything is, the outside almost is irrelevant. It's just our perception of it. It's through our definitions, through our labels, through what we want to see in it. So here, there's just a really strong call. Even if it's just a tiny little speck of positivity, it's up to you to find it. And when you find that, then you raise your frequency and you open up portals to shifting to those higher dimensional frequency experiences. So it says, when you feel happy, it puts you in a state of higher vibration where you are tuned into higher frequencies of guidance. Just like I said, let the feelings of joy and happiness be your guide. So that's how we shift relationships. It's about committing, and one person might need to commit. Again, you can have these as two separate entities, or they could be two separate entities that you are reconciling within yourself, however it applies to you, because it's always you and you anyways, whether it's you and that's projected through another person, mirrored by another person, it's still you with you. So these are the two energies for us and those watching later that are advice, guidance given by Spirit for our fullness to experience and be lucky in love. One, commit. Don't hold back. Be all in. Give it your all. What was the back? Yeah, it's just commit. Commit to following your passions. Not committing to what you don't want, but committing full force to what you do want. Being vulnerable, exposing yourself, and not hiding. like this little veil of the lady, or what, the scarf, whatever that thing is called. And it's like taking that off and exposing yourself. Allow others to see you for who you really are, not looking to the side, not having a covering, not wearing a hat, sunglasses, but really allowing yourself to see yourself in that way, not wearing false masks, not playing parts. Really, really being honest with yourself and honest with the other person, exposing yourself completely and being all in. And that means being vulnerable. And that means, you know, stepping up for yourself. It's showing up for yourself as well. When you show up and you're vulnerable and you take off those masks and you take off the hat, the sunglasses, whatever it is you're wearing, other people's clothes that aren't yours, ideals, whatever. When you expose you for you, that's going to bring you a purity of spirit. It's going to bring you to a truly intimate connection with the purest part of you, because that's what you came to experience in the human, is that divine part of you. So that's going to require you to be all in, to be vulnerable, take off the mask, and expose yourself. So that's one aspect we're dealing with ourselves, or simultaneously we might be needing to do that with someone in our life. And then the other one is just be a little more positive. Get out of the old traps of being negative and focus on the darkness. Even if it seems that way, even if it seems things like will never change, your perception creates the portal to change, to lift you out, and then to create all of this beauty in your life instead of the darkness. So focusing on that one speck, being strong like this baby little elephant, focusing on the speck and allowing it to and they're saying through repetition, training yourself to focus on the positive, to find the gift. Can't change the outside. We've got to change ourselves. But as we shift our perception, we come to a higher vibration, and then we gain insight as well from situations. We gain, we activate more light within ourselves to bring forth greater understanding and clarity. So that is the message on that one. Be happy. Shift your focus to finding that. Even if it means, okay, what do I got to learn? What do I got to learn? Even if it means just holding on to the belief, I know I'm going through this for my betterment and greater love and joy and abundance. Even if it's just that, even if it's just shifting your eyes from what it can see to what you really believe, that's still a shift, and that's still focusing on a positive vibration. Very awesome. All right. Master Light Blasters, Kimmy Siegel, Donnie Dino, Robin, hey, good mid-morning. Yeah, here it was early afternoon. Oh my God, it's already 10 after 1? Holy crapper. Linda Ernest, happy St. Patrick's. Master Light Blaster, Pam Manoff, Gina, Araceli, Kelly. Oh, sent a payment. I'm on top of that. Personal for Carissa, Deck, and Rebecca. So one reading though, right? That means one reading. Tamara, insecure. Tamara, thank you. That was another word I was reaching for. Perfect. Insecure, the first feminine aspects. Thank you. So obviously, we have to go through situations in life little by little and step by step where we're willing to expose ourselves more, and allowing and being patient with ourselves and allowing the steps as we expose more and more of ourselves. And yeah, and that's insecure. Yes. Thank you. Carissa Driver, Kelly Deck. Thank you. All right. Hey, sorry. Tamara, Master Light Blaster, Carissa, and Elizabeth. Thank you guys. So I am doing 2 readings, Ria, one for me and one for our friend who is with us today. Thank you, Carissa. Good. So Carissa and for Rebecca, right? One's for Carissa and one's for Rebecca. And any particular questions? And let me stick that, I'll stick that up there again one more time for anybody else. So it is, you can PayPal, you can Venmo, the same. Well, no, that's the Riabarna@gmail. Okay. Anyways, if you have any issues, guys, let me know. Whatever Riabarna you do. I'll stick that at the top just so you know. All right, so stick that there for anybody else. And thank you so much, Carissa. Yes, got it. PayPal. Well, it's all a big run on, but all right. In no particular question. Vulnerability was a good one too. Yeah, yeah. So that definitely vulnerability tests, or what it does is it makes the what was the other word you said before? I can't even remember now. I can't remember the word. It vulnerable makes it sound like kind of weak, but that's actually what strengthens you more and more all the time. So through your vulnerability, you actually and strengthen and anchoring into more of you because you're allowing that, and that's really beautiful. And a lot of people just don't dare to be vulnerable. They don't dare to expose themselves for who they really are in fear of being judged or criticized. But that means they could be doing that to themselves, even if it's subconsciously, and then they draw people who judge and criticize them because they're operating at that energy at a subconscious. But then those relationships might be in a cycle, and then finally you get sick of that cycle and you break it. And how do you break it? You go within and you connect to your power, and then you reign it and then express it and utilize it. You honor yourself. You're sick of being in crappy outside relationships stuff, and then finally you learn to respect yourself, honor that temple after cycle. So a lot of more repressed or inhibited, vulnerable divine feminines are finally stepping into their power, and they're honoring that temple that they are, and that God source, that goddess, and they're claiming it and they're embodying it, and now they're shining that out as a reflection in their world. And then they're experiencing those that honor them, because now they are honoring the God that they are, the high priestess, the master, the divine feminine that they are. When they can do that for themselves, finally, then they get that in the outside. And in the meantime, anything that does not honor that is a gift for them to look within and let them show them where they are compromising their own worth, their own gifts, their own being. So thank you, Tamra. Very, very well said, Tamra. Insecure. Yeah, that's what it was. Insecure. Yeah. And if you're really insecure, you might experience more vulnerable situations. But the more you go and work through that vulnerability, then you become more secure, because then shoo. All right. Carissa. Let it flow, Ria. All right. Carissa. So no particular question, Carissa or Rebecca? Yeah. Yeah. Tamra, this is, they're saying Tamara's displaying her high priestess today, meaning you're knowing, your inner knowing through your own experiences. You've got a handle on the situation, they said. All right, awesome. Okay, Carissa. Yeah. You are stepping out of a past cycle as well, Carissa, of allowing your insecurities to project through others, is what Spirit is saying. So the yellow that was coming through our solar plexus, our trust in ourself, our ability to be self-empowered, was a little not so bright, I guess is the word to say. Just a little bit of a film over it. In that first ring was not as strong. So I'm just feeling a cycle that you're breaking out of, and you, Carissa, specifically as well, is being reborn into this greater self-respect, greater honor, not afraid to, they're showing me you like someone with a sword, and you're taking it out of your belt, and you're not afraid. You're not afraid to wave your sword. You're not afraid to, use your tongue. You're not afraid to speak your truth. You're not afraid to cut off energies that are not serving your highest good, your highest fulfillment, your highest honor. They're saying honor. And it's not that you're taking the sword out and fighting, but you are empowered, they're saying, and you're not putting up, you're ending cycles of putting up with compromising. That's what they're saying. Compromising who you are, compromising your worth, compromising your abilities. You've got some gifts within you that have not yet been fully displayed. And it could be to do with doubting them a little bit, but also not getting the affirmation from others to do with your gifts and your abilities. Or it could be representative as interests, hobbies, ideas, thoughts, um, um, beliefs, explanations. And I think in the past, you might have allowed others to hinder that. And now you are ending that cycle, and you're being reborn into a much stronger you. They're showing me you as like a warrior, a warrior woman. Like, I don't know the names of the superheroes, but a woman, just a strong woman, and she's got a sword. And I don't know why they're saying Isis. Isis. I'm not sure. I mean, I know that's Egyptian goddess, so maybe Isis. I'm not sure. They're saying Isis. Isis. And now I'm getting into tingles. Yeah, Isis. There's a correlation between you and Isis. So yeah, you are embodying and allowing in this new rebirth of you, this strong woman, goddess, warrior woman. And you are not diminishing, compromising, or muting your light anymore. You are like that collective reading at the beginning, like taking off the veil and unbuttoning a tight corset, and you're shutting that you're shutting that shit off, and you're stepping forward with your light in confidence. That is so beautiful. All right, I'm going to pull a few cards for you, Carissa. I'm going through it myself. Yes, I think probably all of us are going to resonate in some way, shape, or form, or we wouldn't be here. So absolutely. Okay, whatever message. Yeah, and even they're saying old beliefs of submissiveness, where we were taught it wasn't right to show off, or to be proud of yourself, or show your face, or be proud, or honor your physicality, honor your femininity, honor that. It's to be honored. It is it's what you came to experience. It's part of your goddess, to honor that face, to honor that body, to honor those ideas. And in the past, and you might be breaking ancestral beliefs on this, that it is not godly, or it is not appropriate to show yourself, to respect yourself. And now they're showing me, like, how the Playboy magazine, women will expose themselves, and some people think it's shameful. They're saying that you might have been shown or taught, or old beliefs you're carrying from other timelines or ancestry, that it was shameful to expose your femininity and be a strong woman and proud of who you are. Because some people will pose in Playboy for that very reason, just for the art and to honor their physicality, not in a distorted, lusty way, but in a showing themselves for who they are and being proud of it, is what Spirit is saying, and not being shameful, and to honor the feminine, the divine feminine, and the goddess energy that you are. You are ending that cycle, Carissa, whether you're aware of it or not. I'm still feeling, even if you weren't brought up that physically, there's some lineage that might have been operating in your subconscious, and you're clearing all of that. and it might have shown itself in relationships in the past for you. You're wrapping that up. So many ends of cycles right now for all of us. All right, I'm going to do chakra. That's so good. Thank you, Carissa, for your donation and holding space for all of us, because you are showing through a fractal your experience or giving us a new perception just through your reading. Hey, Thadiator. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I know I was taught that it wasn't appropriate. Definitely. I even remember my mom's like, oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible because just I'm not going to go into details, but it was just horrible. Like making me feel like it was bad the way I was dressed, or I was exposing too much, but I was just, being a teenager, and that was just the fashion. And I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't trying to lure any men in or boys, but she made me shameful, or made me feel shameful of what I was wearing, or you're going to end up getting right dressing like that. And holy crap, I wasn't dressed loosely at all. If you see how my daughter dresses, but that's made me really, really conscious to let her be her, let her express herself in her own fashion, whatever she wears, and not to place judgment on any of it. Cause I'm like, boom, I'm ending that cycle. All right. So being proud of you, if you got it, that old saying, if you got it, own it. They're saying us as divine feminines are coming into that. If you got to own it. And even men like Thaddeus, it could be for him honoring that divine feminine and seeing that in others. But as he's doing that, he's also embodying that divine feminine within himself, the emotionality, the feeling, the high priestess energy. So this isn't just for women, this is for men too. And it's for men to see what the woman's going through or has gone through, or the cycles they're breaking and the cycles they're being rebirthed in, as an aspect of their own energy. So as a man honors the woman in her own self-empowerment, they're honoring and bringing forth their feminine energy within them, becoming more sensitive, becoming more clear. And in that, they become more whole, balanced, integrated. Wow, you guys blow my mind. Every live lately, you guys just get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. All right. All right, let's see here, Carissa. All right, so what we got is the Four of Earth. Oh, I already pulled one of those? All right. All right. Oh, okay. So just in general, Carissa, this comes up for the divine feminine a lot, and that's about self-love, self-acceptance, allowing your power to work for you, not against you. We have allowed the manipulation of distorted beliefs, basically created by the male. And I'm not saying you, John, because you've come to actually break that cycle. The distortions of the male, and the beliefs created by them, the laws, rules, regulations, blah blah blah, to diminish our power. And it's a time for you to step into your power and honoring your temple and putting yourself first, Carissa, first and foremost. Anything on the outside that has caused discord or made you feel bad was an opportunity and a gift for you to claim that power within, claim that sword that you hold in your side, claim it and hold it, and to cut off and not continue that cycle. And it doesn't mean you're cutting it off as separate from you. You're seeing it for what it was, recognizing an energy you were operating in. And when I say cut off, you're actually transmuting it to an energy that empowers you and lets you claim you for you. So that's just always common amongst us warriors of light. That's my plasters. All right. And that you did get the relationship card, actually, intimacy. This is a relationship. So this can represent a physical intimacy. This can represent the manifestation of a new relationship, or a renewed, either a new or a renewed relationship of intimacy, where you do experience that closeness and that love and that freedom of creative energy. So the orange representing the sacral, representing your personal power, representing intimacy with self, representing creations, art, music, expression. So you're freeing. Look at how the leaves, whatever, it's a tree, but it's all moving. That energy is moving. So you're creative, your sacral is really opening up and moving, and you're going to see that in a counterpart, whatever that is. To me, I'm feeling, whenever I see kissy lips, to me it seems romantic and intimate, not necessarily a boss or a friend. It seems like a close connection, and they're reaching towards each other as they allow this state of being within themselves. And obviously they're kissing and connecting from the heart space, representative by the green. But look at, there was a gap between them. They're bridging the gap. So there could be a relationship that is new or renewed due to a bridging of the gap, meaning there might have seen a separation, but now you're realizing the separation is an illusion, and there really is no gap. Almost like where there's a will, there's a way. That kind of energy. This is really standing out. They're bridging the gap. And even the gap looks like a triangle. Remember, the triangle is a portal. It's bringing together the power of three. The power of three creates a portal. A portal is multidimensional. And then that triangle changes into a pyramid. The pyramid is a power point. They're placed on earth. They're intensified energies. They're protection. So whatever this relationship is, it's a power. It's a power couple. And it's, geez, you guys are amazing. You are interdimensionally connected from other timelines. So it's got that soul connection feel. A soul connection is, I've existed at many other timelines where we've engaged in relationship of some sort. So to me, it's about an opening up, a new birth or rebirth of a relationship based in the pyramid, Egypt. Okay, so what did I say earlier? Isis, right? Goddess of Egypt, in Egypt, right? So this is all coming together. As you claim that within you, you're claiming that with your partnership. You're bridging the gap. You're closing in the territory, and it's creating a portal where you're shifting to a reality that matches your goddess energy. You're bridging the gap by creating a portal through self-love, essentially. What number is it? 12, relationships, expressing, being open, and like Tamara said, being vulnerable, and just opening up and being confident in yourself. This is a beautiful card. And 4 of earth. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. 4 of earth to me shows that it's creating, the 4 represents a good foundation. Earth means literally on earth. So being free with your resources, you're abundantly provided for, you have what you need, not hoarding or and this means energy, not just physical assets, but not worrying about the attachments of physical assets, knowing you're provided for, knowing you got a beautiful foundation, and being free with those resources. So if you're worried about money or provisions, I'm just feeling you've got a good foundation and you've got a good abundance. But what I'm looking at here is almost like there's 2 tiny little figures in this. You can't see them where you are. Well, there's 2 golds, almost like the union of 2 is going to create a better foundation. And that makes sense because that would go with this card. See how this is? So this one is kind of, then the next thing is this. You're going to create a nice foundation based in unity. And it's free though. It's free. It's free flowing. Don't be be balanced. Here it says, don't be too cautious. Don't be too frivolous. To me, I'm feeling just go with the flow of love and you're going to be all set. And then the last one, life experience, Archangel Samuel. So you have a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. And I was going to mention that on this one, how her wings are spread. So, oh my God, in the spread wings, look guys, it's a heart. Right there, it's a heart above her. And in that heart, you can see darkness. So it's almost like any darkness of the past is being enveloped with love. It's being transmuted And the brown also representing earth. It's going to be grounded to earth. So your physical realm is shifting to this beautiful energy base, and you claiming your power and honoring your temple and putting yourself first and giving yourself love, but not holding anybody else accountable for that love, for that attention, for that happiness, not holding anyone else accountable for your own well-being. And in connecting to that well-being within, you truly are a powerful goddess. And then you're going to reflect that in your relationships outside of you. And then that bleeds into all pathways: work, abundance, family, happiness, career, hobbies, all of it. Okay, very beautiful. Thank you, Carissa. That was powerful. And man, oh man, that is so beautiful. Her needs being taken care of. Kim Chemistry, fellow Jim, she said that really well. That's kind of what I was trying to say. So thank you, Kim Chemistry, for being my channel there. All of your needs are going to be taken care of, and not to be selfish, but to be open and not to worry too much about giving and receiving. It's just you're living in that balance, and that balance is always achieved through your connection to your own heart, to your own honor, to your own temple. And again, they're just bringing this up again. And that is not dependent on others. It's not dependent on others. Very beautiful, very empowering. Self-love. Isis goddess. All right. Thank you so much for that, Carissa. And I know that you paid for Rebecca. So Rebecca is up next. Rebecca, if you have any particular question or just general, let me know. You guys are awesome. Yeah, very powerful. Very God, it's just like what the divine feminine has been coming into as a whole, that self-empowerment and that goddess. Okay, it's all you. It's all you, baby. All right, Carissa. Rebecca. Rebecca. All right, awesome. I'm immediately on you, Rebecca, feeling lots of green. So to me, that means growth, expansion, heart chakra, like a blooming, like an opening up. Growth, expansion, connecting to your heart, connecting to your emotions, allowing them to flow. Now they're saying you might have gone through a time of crying lately or being extra emotional, and that's all part of it. It's all part of actually. It doesn't seem like you're powerful if you're crying or have had a hard time. It might seem like you're not, but it's actually empowering the divine feminine to have these emotions, to express them and not to hold on to them, not to protect them in a little compartment and have the masculine part try to come forth by being in the head or keeping you safe by keeping those deep emotions deep within you. So there is an opening up, a well of emotions, of expression, of energies that have been in there for a while. And it's about you opening up and releasing them. You might have just gone through that. So that's just what I'm picking up with the green. And that's actually going to empower that divine feminine and make you stronger, all the more so for feeling and engaging and allowing. And that is also honoring those emotions and honoring those parts of you where you might feel weak, where you might have felt let down, where you might have felt vulnerable. It's okay to cry. It's salve for your heart. It is fuel for your soul. Oh my gosh. Spirit is so stinking strong. And we have a lot of the typical divine archetypes here for today's reading, and particularly your reading. Mary Mag is coming in, Mary Magdalene. Oh my God, now I'm going to cry. Very powerful energies from a woman. She's saying, in my time, I was like stripped. I was stripped of my power, she said. I was accused and demolished. I'm not sure what the word is. Demolished, put down. And she said, I really stepped into my power. And she says, I stand strong for that divine feminine and that freedom of love and that uninhibited love and that wild passion energy to come forth, she says. So I don't know if you're close to Mary Magdalene or not, but she's strong with you. And then, as we know, or in our beliefs or on a timeline, if you believe this timeline where she is Jesus's counterpart, she is Jesus's, what you would quote unquote, divine feminine twin flame, and then they went on to live and have their teachings. And she was an Essene, very powerful high priestess, goddess woman in herself, and she's for the liberation of the divine feminine and the unleashing of that power, and to display it and to express it with pride and honor. With honor. Display your power with honor. All right. So that's what you're stepping into. That's what you're allowing in that heart space. And I just had a little mix up on the bell. So that represents coming out of this energy. Both times. Wow. So you might have felt even a little off center, a little feeling like your foundation or ground was shooken up and not knowing, feeling weak, feeling vulnerable in the physical even. And in your emotional state, feeling vulnerable. And that is beautiful, because that is actually creating a solid space, but that's based on a frequency. It's based on an anchoring in the heart space. That is your true solidity. True solidity, security, safety is not found in the outside world. It is found in that heart space, and claiming the warrior woman that you are. Is there a Zeta, guys? Anybody know of Zeta or Zeta? They're showing me woman warrior of light, Zeta, Zeta, Zeta or Zeta. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know, or Tamara can let me know. All right, so let's see what comes forth for cards for Rebecca. Tamara says, yes, coming out of the prosecution of the feminine and need to embrace, yes. Xena, maybe a Xena. Yeah, I don't know why I said Zeta. Xena warrior princess. There we go. I knew it was like a warrior princess. I don't know what I was saying. Zeta. There's something about the reticuli, though, galactic, that you're breaking free of. The Zeta reticulus. I'm going to look that up in my galactic heritage. So the Xena warrior princess, there's a tie to the galactic heritage, the reticuli. Zeta, I think, is also a galactic race. So something about learning your lessons or coming out of, breaking free of a cycle that was inhibited, to release that warrior princess. Xena. All right. And there we go. That lotus flower is just opening right up, releasing your power, releasing your light. The purple representing Christ consciousness. You could say the purple representing that violet flame, unconditional love, healing. It like singes off anything that no longer serves you, and those energies that have held you back. It singes, dissipates the fog, the unknowingness, to make things clear and to heal and to bring salve, ointment to your entire being, so that you flow and allow and illuminate this light. So it's universal, it's living and allowing the universal unconditional flow of life. Oh, and there we go. We got the higher heart here. I didn't even see that. The pink representing the higher heart, which is unconditional love for the universe and all. And so I got the green. So you're opening up to that higher heart in that unconditional love, the violet flame. In the silver is the highest frequency metal. Peace, coming into peace. 31 is a 4, building a new foundation. Building a new foundation based on peace, as you release, as you allow, as you cleanse, and as you clear, as you reclaim that warrior princess, as you reclaim that divine feminine, as you allow those passions within your heart to be expressed. Beautiful. All right, I am going to pull you a heart card. All right, let's see. Rebecca, what's Rebecca's heart want her to know? The Mother Earth heart cards are all images of Mother Earth, messages from Mother Earth, the divine feminine, with Mother Mary. And they're just to bring energies into our awareness that help us to align to our deepest heart's truth, clarity, healing. All right. Magnificent. So it looks like you might have gone through some hard times. Like, this is a frozen sand heart on the beach. It's all surrounded by snow. To me, snow is crystallized water. It is a manifestation of your emotions in the physical that have been purified, that bring peace, that bring divinity, that bring just bring peace and calm and love. And this card is got many different facets to it. So it shows you right here, you might have had to go through some crap. Almost looks like a patch over the eye. See, this is a little mouth, a little nose, and almost like, someone that has like a patch wrapped around half their head. So you might have had some hardships, but those things have brought you to greater clarity, because the snow is filled up in all of the different scars or areas or letdowns or loss that you might have felt, or abandonment, or whatever it is that you've gone through in the physical realm. It has brought you to a greater connection to your divinity, to your love within your heart. It has opened you up, and you are always, always there. There might have been times where you felt alone, or maybe you do feel the connections to spirit and higher self, but we've got this figure right here, and it's always there. See the little tiny nostrils, and the mouth is smiling, and we got one eye here and one eye here. One eye is open, one eye is winking, and then the nostrils in the mouth, and then the heart is actually where the heart would be in this person. But it's like spirit, your higher self, so has you. It so is holding you. It is so protecting and supporting you, and has been always there, even when you didn't feel like it. And even though you wanted someone to sweep in and save you or give you the answers, it is because you had to go through your own journey in order to have your own self-realization, to come to your own sense of empowerment. It's like, what is it? If you help a bird or a chick to come out of its egg, it doesn't have that confidence. It needs to work through it. If you do it for it, that chick or duckling, I'm not sure what it was, it lacks that will to push forward. So through you having to go through your own experiences and having the will to push forward, it's made you stronger, more resilient, more capable, more connected, more warrior-like, but a warrior for love, a warrior for divinity. And so there have been times maybe where you have called out to spirit, and spirit is letting you know right now that they have always been there, but you had to take your soul's journey. That's what you came for. And it's a big payoff, they said. It's a big payoff. All right. But magnificent, it says. So what it says is, all suffering is caused from forgetting who you are. You are the light of God, the light of creation. No mistakes can undo your magnificence, but only enhance it. All serves in the expansion and evolution of love. You as a human are a blessed vehicle in which love experiences itself. And that goes right back to the beginning message, the channel message of spirit, about how everything is valid, and how we need to change our perceptions of the experiences in life, and to know that we came for that, and nothing is stagnant. Life isn't stagnant. Even when people say, well, you said that and you did that and you told me blah blah blah, well, we're always expanding and evolving, and we need to give each other, especially ourselves, the freedom to evolve, not to have to justify, not to be guilt, not to be shameful of those experiences where we might think we might have let down another, or let down ourselves, or changed our mind on a dime. That is all meant to be. It's all part of the experience, and we are guided in every experience, a gift, an opportunity to embrace self more, to allow more self, to ignite more light, to embody more light. I can't even remember how Spirit said it earlier, but it was beautiful. So all is as it should be, and your job is well done. It has been beautiful. Hey, Dina. Very beautiful. All right. So what I wanted to do real quick is I just wanted to, okay, here it is right here. Zeta Reticuli. So you know how I said warrior Zeta? So I believe that you have a tie to this race, the Zeta Reticuli, in the present, renewed hope. This is so beautiful. So Xena, warrior princess, sister. Oh my God. So this is so we're all galactics. We all have many timelines. Time and space really don't exist. Everything exists now. Everything is frequency, and the frequency creates the portal. It creates experiences in the worlds. And there's a frequency where you're living simultaneously, even though you're a part of you is having this soul's journey. Well, within this soul's journey, this energy is still operating, because this is present, and it's Zeta Reticuli. And what it says is renewed hope. So what you're bringing in from a parallel life that exists now in the present is renewed hope in spite of a state of being where you might have had to go through some stuff, but that's what makes you powerful. You were blinded to your power before. How do you know your power? To go forth in areas or experiences that make you feel disempowered, and then you connect to something bigger than what appears. You connect to the power that you are, your goddess warrior, your God self, your Isis, your God source energy, your Xena. And then that gives you that physical experience of self-empowerment, self-realization. And that's exactly what you came for. And so now you have this renewed sense of hope. You're being born again. 16-7. So 7 plus 9 is 16, which is a 7, which is exactly divine frequency. It is your divine frequency imprint. It is bringing you to a birth of a new version and expression without dying physically of yourself to be experienced. That is so powerful. Okay, Spirit. I'm just going to go to that 79 real quick and just see what else it says. Real quick. I knew that they were talking about that. Just real quick, just to give you, maybe you already are tied in and know about this stuff, Rebecca. I don't know all the specifics of the galactics present. Okay, so it says, when a crisis passes and we are no longer deep in fear, there is a sense of relief. It feels like a new dawn has arrived. That's exactly what's happening to all of us. A new dawn has arrived and the future is filled with hope. This is where the Zetas are emotionally in this era. Their species crisis has passed and they are feeling a new dawn rising. The message for you, Rebecca, is to see each moment as a chance for a new dawn. Nothing in the physical universe is constant except change. With each change comes a potential for beauty, joy, and growth. Don't let the moments of your life pass without noticing them as doorways to awakening. Begin now. So I'm feeling that's you've gone through this huge transformation. You're entering that new dawn, that new birth of you, and you express with this new sense of hope because you see things differently. You've allowed something in your life to come forth, and that is showing in your reflection in your outer world. So very, very beautiful. Hopefully that made sense, Rebecca. Thank you for joining, and thank you for Carissa for that donation for Rebecca and yourself. Very beautiful readings. All right. Okay, guys. Zetas, galactic beings. Yes. Yes, Kim. Chemistry. Yeah. And I like to play with these a little bit. I don't know the specifics of them all, but they're good and they're fun. And it shows what energy that is drawing and supporting us from these galactic timelines. So that is beautiful. Renewed hope. What a beautiful place to be. And that makes sense as we, on our collective, are creating this new earth, the golden age, the age of Aquarius, through our frequency that we connect to within as we allow more and more of our own light. As we embody and activate more of our own light through our dark experiences, we literally are the portal to this new dawn, this new age, this new world, this new experience. And the most beautiful part is we don't have to stay in that cycle where we've died and been reborn. We're able to take this physical body into this new experience because we're allowing the activation of it all. Beautiful. Absolutely, Tamara. We are at the human yin yang. Our divine feminine and masculine energies are operating as one. No more separateness. They are team. They are one. Our outside world is actually a friend. Our obstacles and limitations are our friend in that it becomes a team for the expansion and allows more light to activate. As we hit a stone wall, we will go within, and that stone wall will activate some creative potential within us, some expansion to think and imagine beyond that wall. And then we allow it, and now we see it and feel it within our being, and then we shift to the reality where it is so. And a team and a relationship. Absolutely. And very beautiful readings. Tamara, thank you so much for all of your insights today. Yeah, they're just showing me you as a beautiful high priestess and so wise and so all-knowing. And so much has been activated through your physical timeline. All of those rememberings of all that energy that you already have been released into this physical world through your own light activating. Very powerful, Carissa. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. let me just shine on, Chris already did. I didn't stick Dina up there. Master Light Blaster Dina, Kim Chemistry. All right, so if anybody else wants a personal, like I just did, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be signing off. Yes, yes, we're coming out of prosecution. Yeah. Yeah, very beautiful. And thank you, Kim Chemistry, for your support. Filling in the blanks. I love that when like the words are at the tip of my tongue and you guys fill in the gap, kind of like Carissa's card with the two trees coming to kiss, and then they were merging and filling in the gap by meeting, and that gap created a triangle, which is a portal unto itself, a multidimensional portal. So this is so beautiful. So Spirit is saying, as Kim or as Tamara or as all of you fill in my gap, we create a portal, a frequency that literally activates more light and takes us to higher awareness, dimensions, experiences. So that's so awesome. I did not see Susan there. Good morning, afternoon, Susan DeBozy. Happy birthday, Miso. Thank you. Thank you, says Mythos. Oh my God. So his teacher sent me a beautiful video, the whole lunchroom singing happy birthday and Mythos getting into it. And then they're like really banging the tables. And it was so beautiful. And the teacher says, this is how much love the school has for Mythos. It was so beautiful. I don't know if I saw Thadiator. All right, guys. So if there's no one else. Oh, Leona, I didn't see you there earlier. Are you saying that my self-preservation is a reflection of someone else's greed? Let me see here. Are you saying that my self-preservation is a reflection? Oh, is reflected in someone else's greed? To me, self-preservation dependent, because not one all size fits all. Self-preservation is a protection. It's almost like a resistance due to a lack of trust or inner connection to your God self, of knowing that that outside is reflecting a piece of you. Self-preservation is almost like wanting, not always. So they're going to hit 2 points here. Sometimes it can be because you're not, it's always this or that. It's never one way or another, but sometimes it can be resistance. Self-preservation can be disguised as resistance, as a protection of an energy within yourself you're not ready to process, confront, or transmute. So that's one self-preservation. But another one can be when those times where we really just need to get alone, like me, I need to be alone to, and it's, they're saying it's still the same thing, because when we need to get alone, like I'm going to hermit mode or else be in my shell to protect, just like you said, Leona, self-preservation, because I need to commune with self, because I'm not ready to engage or maybe to process or transmute that energy quite yet. There's more I need to gain. So it's this and that. Spirit said self-preservation is needed, absolutely, to get us ready, sync us up, to then transmute that other energy. And greed will cease to exist if the energy at the core or the root within oneself ceases to exist. It's greed outside of us is not separate than something within us. It's never separate. That's part of the whole balance that Tamara was talking about in the yin yang, and there is no more separation outside of us. Self-preservation is valid. It's a point that we need as we align to the transmutation, the energy, the processing of what is projecting the greed, whatever way, shape, or form. I'm not going to get into details of it, but the overall message here is self-preservation can be a mask, but it's not really a mask if you're not aware of it, to resisting some energy, but it's really within that we're processing and transmuting, if that makes sense, or else that greed wouldn't be there. Okay, so greed on the outside too is representative of how we might be controlling or manipulating, controlling or holding back our own energy. So greed on the outside, it's not verbatim as in, okay, that person's greedy, they're not sharing with me. Does that mean I'm greedy and I'm not sharing? Because I will give the shirt off my back. Spirit is not saying that. It goes a little deeper than that. Everything is energetically based. So sometimes greed on the outside might just be demonstrated how you're holding energy away from your own self, your own expression. It is more of a self-denial in whatever way, shape, or form only you know. Thank you, Leona, for posing that. Thank you, Spirit, for answering that. And those times where you need to go off by yourself, that's good, because you're also nourishing and honoring where you're at. So it's always this or that. You're honoring your frequency along the journey. Is it the end all goal? And are you going to be having to be in that mode forever? No. But there are times where you need to do that to regain your strength, to give to yourself, to honor your experience, whatever that experience is. You need to honor that. So it's not that you're doing anything wrong ever. You're never doing anything wrong. The only untruth in anything is when you think something is outside of you, and then that outside experience is still to bring us back within and know that it's all one. Very beautiful, Leona. Thank you. I did not see Tanya. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good moment of you. Munazabi. All right, guys. Most of you guys probably have signed off. So thank you so much, Master Light Blasters, for being present and creating this message collectively and filling in the gaps and activating more light and exponentiating more love. All right, where's my stinking glasses again? Sounds like more reflection. Yes, yes. All right. Hey, Bridget. Hello, guys. The Santasha Way with Rebecca Randolph. Thank you for your message today. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for holding space for that message. All right, guys. So if no one is looking, a student and a teacher. Yeah, always a student and a teacher. The student is a teacher and the teacher is a student. Absolutely, Kim. Perfectly and well spoken and said. I have to check that up, this Santasha Way. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for being warriors and master light blasters. And may you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.